This channel is sponsored by Pro Football Focus. NFL, college, and fantasy data for every player, every play, every game. Visit ProFootballFocus.com to learn more. Welcome to Levi Stadium for this beautiful Sunday afternoon matchup between the 5-2 New York Jets and the 4-2 San Francisco 49ers. The Jets are without their number one wide receiver, Percy Harvin. They're without their number 1 and 2 running backs, which means Bryce Brown will be their starter, as it is Tate McKnight, who recently signed a 7-year, $129 million extension, taking on Mack Kenny in the San Francisco 49ers. McKnight over 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 picks on the season, as Lamar Bryan, who is their number 1 wide receiver for today, is back to return, and we are underway. Coley on the return, as he's going to try to reverse field and is brought down at the 21-yard line by Dundrecous Smith, Najee Simon, and a few others. So that's where the Jets will start out from. McKnight won the starting job after being drafted number 1 overall by the New York Jets in 2016. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. McKnight. Handoff delay to Bryce Brown, who breaks a tackle from Jamal McNeil. And Bryce Brown, the 7th-year veteran, has the first down. Jets do not have a lot of depth at wide receiver. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. McKnight throws to Antoine Hubbard, who is brought down by Chisom Patton. That's right, Chisom Patton in already. 2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line that come out empty. McKnight looks around, throws, and that is caught by the rookie Ricky Smith for a first down, just barely got enough. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line, offset I. McKnight handoff Bryce Brown, who tries to cut it back and runs right into Aaron Lynch. And we'll take a look at this Jets starting lineup. It's headlined by Jake Matthews, Tim Lolito, Travis Swanson in the middle. Lamar Brown, Lyndall James, Bryce Brown, Antoine Hubbard, and Kamar Aiken make up their weapons. 2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line, just before midfield. White is in the slot. McKnight pump fakes, hands off to Bryce Brown, who is brought down. I believe that is Tank Carradine in on the tackle. 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. Coming out of the shotgun, McKnight. Send the blitz. He rolls out left and is sacked. Sedale Hunt with his 5th sack of the season through 7 games so far. And that is going to lead to a punt. Here comes Mack Kenny. 18 touchdowns, 5 picks, 65.5%, 1,878 yards on the season. We'll take a look at this Jets defensive, actually at this 49ers offense. And one of the major changes is Deangelo Daniel is starting at that number 2 wide receiver spot in place of Chris Arnold. He has been demoted down to the 4th wide receiver spot as he has struggled mightily to get open in the past few weeks. 2nd and 6, going right to him, and Deangelo Daniel, the big-bodied 6'4" wide receiver, paired with Nate Hill, a couple twin towers out there, as he has the first. 2nd and 2, it's a pitch to Martwan Austin. Martwan Austin has some speed as he gets to the edge and picks up 5. 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. Jamon Alden in. Hand off to Alden, who spins again, has the first down, and just a drop more. So he has 3 carries for 17 yards thus far. After a huge performance last week, let's see if Alden can keep it going. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Deangelo Daniel in motion. Kenny airs it up for Jamon Mason, and it's broken up. Great coverage by Marcus Burley, as Jamon Mason had a step on him, but the pass was just a little bit behind Mason. If you let him a little bit more, that could have been a touchdown. 3rd and 10, Kevin Everett in motion, all the way out wide. Kenny looks, throws over the middle, incomplete, and that is going to be a Brandon McManus field goal attempt from 48 yards out. Wind not in his favor. Gabbert on the hold, kick is up, it is good, and the 49ers strike first. It is 3-0. Next possession for the Jets, 2nd and 11 from the 18-yard line. McKnight gave us to Bryce Brown, who gets hit immediately by Dundrecous Smith, and now we're going to take a look at the 49ers defense. It's headlined by Sedale Hunt and Mike Daniels on the bookends on the defensive line. Aaron Lynch, Dundrecous Smith, and Dallas Austin with Eric Reed as the second linebacker. Darius Moats, Voorhees Priester, Jamal McNeil, and Chisom Patton getting the start over Malcolm Jenkins. Jenkins has struggled mightily as of late, and Patton has the speed in that secondary that this team needs. 3rd and 8, pass to Aiken is broken up. Darius Moats swatted that one right out of his hands, and that's another punt for the Jets. 1st and 10 for the 49ers after the punt. Kenny drops back, throws, and he's intercepted. Everett Cole with the pick, just waiting in that zone coverage intended for Nate Hill. A rare mistake by Mack Kenny, his 6th interception of the season. Just a bad decision. And now the Jets take over in good field position. They come out in the eye. James is the lead blocker. Handoff Bryce Brown, who wiggles his way beyond Aaron Lynch and picks up about 8. Now in the offset eye, 3rd and 2 from the 24-yard line. McKnight, handoff Brown, met by Dallas Austin and met by Lynch. He will be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a field goal for the Jets. Steven Auschka from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good with Colin Kaepernick on the hold. He is now 18 for 18 on the season. Next possession for the 49ers, 2nd and 9 from the 31. Kenny throws over the middle, and it's broken up, intended for Nate Hill. 2 quality middle linebackers for the Jets, especially in zone coverage, Mario Davis and John Bostic. 3rd and 9, pass on the corner route to Deangelo Daniel, who gets both feet in bounds, and we're out to midfield on that 3rd down conversion. 2nd and 10 from midfield, handoff Alden. Jamon Alden on the inside give, cuts it outside, and he'll pick up 3. 3rd and 7 from the 47-yard line. Kenny in the shotgun. Looks around, throws over the middle to Deangelo Daniel, who's met by Calvin Pryor. Incomplete, could not hold on through contact. And that's another punt. Defensive battle thus far. 2nd and 4, handoff Bryce Brown, and Bryce Brown is dropped. Jamal McNeil for a loss of 1. 3rd and 5 from the 25. McKnight looks, throws, and it's in front of his intended receiver. Ricky Smith and Jamal McNeil broke it up. Fast and furious punts in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff Alden. Alden finds some running room, and Jamon Alden out past midfield. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Kenny looking around. Finds Bernie Lauderdale, who cannot get away, but he does pick up about 5. Kenny 5 for 12, 44 yards, no touchdowns and a pick thus far. He needs to pick things up a little bit. 3rd and 6 from the 39. Kenny looks, fires, and it's almost intercepted. Marcus Peters got his hands on that one, but could not secure it. A 56-yard attempt from McManus from the left hash is up and good. So he's 2 for 2 on this ball game. He's 5 for 6 on the season, and it's now 6-3. 49ers do not kick a lot of field goals. They score a lot of touchdowns, though, as Bryce Brown is stopped. 2nd and 10 from the 30. They come out 3 wide. Hubbard to the left. McKnight, he's going to drop back. Looks around, throws, and it's intercepted! Jamal McNeil with the pick, and that is a huge mistake by the Jets for a team that has struggled to move down the field. They gave the 49ers a pretty easy route this time around. The pass, it was bracket coverage on the outside, and that is just a bad decision by Tate McKnight. Heard footsteps, and that's his 6th interception of the season. 2nd and 6 from the 31. Kenny finds Jamon Mason working against Calvin Pryor, and he picks up 11, almost broke that one to the house. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Kenny drops back, steps left, throws to Nate Hill, who has the reception. He could not stay in bounds to get the touchdown, but he does pick up about 17 in the first. 1st and goal, pressure right up the middle. It's to Mario Davis. That's a sack, and that will set them back 5 yards. 2nd and goal from the 7. Handoff to Jamon Alden. feels the heat from the edge, and Jamon Alden will pick up about 4, setting up a 3rd and goal from the 3 at the 2-minute warning. Jumbo 3 tight end set. Lauderdale motion to the outside. Kenny from under center. He's going to take a quick drop. Fader to Lauderdale. And Bernie Lauderdale has the first touchdown of the game as he elevated over Calvin Pryor. It is now 13-3. Watch it one more time. Clear size disadvantage. Lauderdale got the toes in before the heel. And that is the first touchdown of the game as the 49ers have a 13-3 lead. 2nd and 3 from the 27. McKnight and the Jets trying to get something going. He's going to step up and is sacked. Tank Carradine for a loss of 2. They hurry it back up. 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. McKnight looks around, throws to Lamar Bryan, who gets away from Darius Moats. Lamar Bryan to the open field as he's tracked down from behind at the 31-yard line. That's a big play for the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 31. McKnight scans the field and is sacked. Mike Daniels in. That's 7.5 sacks on the season. 2nd and 19 after the Jets timeout. Pass over the middle to Kamar Aiken. They'll pick up 8 back. Setting up a 3rd and 11 from the 32-yard line, just on the edge of Hauschka's field goal range with the wind against him. Pass to the right is incomplete, just barely overthrew Lamar Bryan, and that is going to be a field goal attempt from dead center. 50 yards out, the kick is up, and wow, it is good. So we head into the half with the score 13-6. The 49ers start out with the football. This has been a defensive battle. Who will come out on top? Find out right after this. And we are back. The 49ers start with the football in the second half. 2nd and 7 from the 41. Kenny throws underneath to Jamon Mason, who has the first down as they are out past midfield already on the opening possession. 1st and 10 from the 48. Kenny with a deep drop. Scrambles to his right. Throws, and it's broken up. Marcus Burley has done a really good job so far in this ball game, containing both Deangelo Daniel, Nate Hill, or all three, and Jamon Mason. 2nd and 10, handoff Alden. And Jamon Alden runs into a sea of green, but he picks up 5. 3rd and 5 from the 43. Kenny throws to Lauderdale, who has the first down, breaks a tackle. Breaks 2 more, breaks a 4th tackle, and Bernie Lauderdale drags 3 Jets down to the 17-yard line. What a run from Lauderdale. Just lowering his shoulder, running through Peters, running through Burley, running through Wilkerson, running through the entire Jets defense for that first down. 1st and 10 from the 17. Kenny finds Nate Hill on the drag, who has the first down with speed, out to the 6-yard line. Kenny's 12 for 22, 130, a touchdown and a pick. So far in the ballgame, he's picked things up in the second half. 2nd and goal from the 2, adjusting the play. Handoff Jamon Alden, and Alden is in. Touchdown 49ers. It's now 20-6. Could the route be on? Well, Jets need to answer back relatively quickly. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They come out in the single back. 2 wide receivers to his right. Play action fake to Bryce Brown. McKnight throws, and he's intercepted again. Dundrecous Smith with his 4th pick of the season, and he's going to take it back to the 12-yard line. A terrible decision by McKnight. He's having trouble with that zone defense, and the 49ers are in position to make it a 3-score game. As that is complete out to, I believe that was Jamon Mason. 2nd and inches from the 2. Offset eye. Just going to play at the line of scrimmage. Kenny drops back, rolls right, throws to Nate Hill for the touchdown. He beat Calvin Pryor in the end zone, his first touchdown of the game. And watch it one more time. The presence of Kenny to roll out right into his fullback to pick up the free blitzer. A great play by Kenny, and it's 27-6, a 21-point 49ers lead. 2nd and 3, handoff Bryce Brown as the Jets are trying to get something going. At least they're out past midfield, down by 3 scores. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Coming out in the shotgun, McKnight feels the heat, checks it down to Ricky Smith, and Ricky Smith has the first down as he's shoved out of bounds by Chisom Patton. 2nd and 5 from the 22-yard line. 4 wide for the Jets. 2nd and 5, McKnight has nobody open. He's going to check it down to Lyndall James, and Lyndall James, the fullback, is really going to pick up nothing. He might actually have lost some yards there. 3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line. McKnight in the shotgun, adjusting the play. Feels the heat, airs it up the middle to White, and it's broken up. Jamal McNeil. This 49ers secondary has been sublime. McNeil has been great. Chisom Patton so far has been phenomenal. And the zone defense has been hard for Tate McKnight as that's their 3rd field goal of the game. It's 27-9. 3rd and 5 from the 32. Kenny drops back, finds Kevin Everett on the block and release. Kevin Everett has space, and he's wrapped up by Calvin Pryor. That's a pickup of 28 yards for the 49ers. Another 3rd down conversion for Kevin Everett. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Kenny drops back, airs it up for Nate Hill, and Nate Hill with a ridiculous catch over 2 Jets defenders. It's Nate Hill time all the time. Watch it one more time. He reaches out with the left hand and brings it into his body. Nate Hill has emerged as quite possibly the best receiver in the NFL, and he's showcasing it every single week. 1st and goal, Jamon Alden with the give, and he is in after a few broken tackles, but a flag has been thrown. Looks like this one's going to be coming back. It's going to be a hold against the 49ers, specifically on the rookie, Casey Mims. So it's 1st and goal from the 14 now. 2nd and goal. Kenny adjusting the play. Hand off to Jamon Alden. And Alden, he only picks up about 2. Great run defense by Calvin Pryor to navigate through traffic. 3rd and goal from the 12. Kenny looks around, throws to Jamon Mason, throws it behind him. No need to take a risk here. Just kick the field goal and make it a 3-score game once more. Well, actually, technically it is already. It's an 18-point lead. But now it's a 21-point lead. So it's a 3-touchdown game with 9:20 left. 1st and 10 from the 20. McKnight looking around, throws, bullets it to Lamar Bryan. Incomplete. The 4th best passing offense in the league has 88 passing yards. Unbelievable. They come out empty on 2nd and 10. The pass from McKnight is intercepted again. This time it's Voorhees Priester. He read the curl the entire way, and that should pretty much put an end to this ball game. 3rd and goal from the 9. They come out in the shotgun. Kenny drops back. Looks to his right, throws to Nate Hill. A little exclamation point on top over Marcus Peters, and that will make it 37-9. The starters are out for the 49ers offense, but their defensive starters are going to remain in and get some work. Heath Jackson's going to get some playing time as well as Chisom Patton. 2nd and 5, McKnight is sacked. Heath Jackson in on the blitz, setting up a 3rd and 11 from the 34-yard line with just over 5 minutes left. McKnight feels the heat and goes down. Byron Jones, Sedale Hunt, each will get credited with half a sack, and that's going to pretty much do it. But we're going to get some looks at Martwan Austin now at the starting running back position. And Martwan Austin has some speed. As Martwan Austin gets out to the 32-yard line, he is a deceptively fast runner. It takes him a little while, but he is a definition of a downhill runner as Martwan Austin lays the shoulder in. 4 carries, 45 yards thus far. And we're going to see just a couple more runs from him just to get an idea of how good Martwan Austin can be in the future. 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff Austin. He breaks a tackle somewhat and gets out to the 38-yard line. Another pickup of 5. 3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line, most likely the final play of the game. They put the ball on the ground, and he doesn't go out of bounds. It's a handoff from Gabbert to Marquand Austin. Austin kicks it to the outside, runs through a defender, breaks another tackle, and is brought down at the 20, and that will do it. The final score is 37-9. The San Francisco 49ers obliterate the now 5-3 New York Jets. One of the best teams in the AFC was no match in Santa Clara this time around. So with that being said, the 49ers improved to 5-2. It wasn't a great passing game from Mack Kenny. He did pick it up in the second half. But the defense was the story. Tate McKnight, 16 for 25, 130, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Nate Hill, 8 for 92 and 2 touchdowns. He has 10 touchdowns over the past 4 games. It is unreal. 49ers sit atop the division at 5-2, and the Bills are their next opponent, who sit at 3-4. Matt Kenny, 2,100 yards, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions in 7 games. Jamon Alden, 534 yards and 3 scores. Marquand Austin also at 4.5 yards per carry. Nate Hill, 47, 745, and 10 touchdowns through 7 games. He is on pace to break the NFL touchdown record as of right now. Might even eclipse 1,800 yards. As Dundrecous Smith leads the way in tackles, tackles for a loss, and interceptions on the team with 4. He has been phenomenal for us. Taking a look around the league, Charles Johnson leads the way in terms of receptions. In terms of yards, though, it's Griffin Grant from the Kansas City Chiefs. Charles Johnson a full 100 yards behind him. But if you look at touchdowns, Nate Hill is the clear leader here, with Alshon Jeffrey at 8, then Amari Cooper, Johnny Good at 7. In terms of quarterback play, Rodgers, Kenny, and Johns, the 3 best in the league right now. Crazy to think, Kenny and Johns both were drafted by the 49ers in back-to-back rounds. But Brady Johns, with a great supporting cast, seems to finally have picked things up. Really was not consistent for the 49ers. Made a lot of mistakes, a lot of inaccuracy, but he seems to have corrected that here. Taking a look at the Bills lineup, LaShawn McCoy, LeJean Duncan, Sammy Watkins, Griffin Walls, Jared Johns, good team. Josh Hill, and then the offensive line, Cordy Glenn, DeMarcus Coleman, Brian Stork, Cameron Irving, and Billy Turner, and Chantrell Henderson. That's a dangerous offensive line. No wonder why Shady's doing so well behind it. Chris Milton leads the team in sacks with 7, and this team is not one to be taken lightly. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.